Hi lovelies and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all very well. It's been a moment since I uploaded on here, and to be honest I was going to come back and just like upload just another video, because I did put out the statement that I wasn't going to be uploading celebrity psychic readings anymore over on my YouTube community page. So if you haven't read that, you can go and read it. It is still on there, and I was just going to kind of just carry on from there, but I did kind of feel like they didn't really sit right with me. I wanted to sit down and catch up and say it verbally as well, and go into why and life and where I'm at and, you know, all of that. So yeah, I am not going to be uploading celebrity psychic readings on this channel anymore. And if you've been around here for a long time, you will know that I've said this before and I've gone back and forth with it, and it's been in the back of my mind honestly for probably like at least a year, if not a year and a half. When I started doing celebrity psychic readings on here, it was just like so spontaneous. I saw someone else doing it, I was like, oh my gosh, I could so do that and I'd love to do that. But I was 27 or 26 when I started doing that. I'm now 30, and even though that's only a period of 3 or 4 years, like in those 3 or 4 years they have probably been the most like growth evolving years for me. I'm not the same girl that I was when I was 27 at all. And I don't think there's anything wrong with psychic celebrity readings at all. They just don't align with me and what I feel I can share and what I want to share and how I want to help people anymore. Private readings, still completely the same. I will still be offering those over on my website, www.kirstylewis.com. They may change as well, so if you have booked a reading with me, you'll know I offer a clarity and guidance reading. Clarity and guidance is such an intense reading for me. Those readings take me hours, and I know sometimes people might receive their reading and think like I've whipped that up in like maybe even an hour or less. I'm telling you now, those readings take me all day, and you know, they are energy intense and it's a lot. And because of that, I often end up being delayed with my reading schedule, in all honesty, because they take so much out of me, and I don't get to read for as many people as maybe I'd want to, because I have to wait for a while to make them available again because of the energy levels and stuff like that. So they may change slightly so I can kind of offer more and not take too much from myself away as well. There are going to be changes around here. I don't know if I will keep the celebrity psychic readings up, so to be honest I will let you know if I'm not going to do that. But if there's any you want to rewatch or anything like that, watch them now, because I don't know how long they're going to be up for. Or I might just put them all in one playlist and keep them on my channel. I'm not entirely sure at the moment. My real thing when it comes to talking about psychicness, mediumship, spirituality, well-being, is that I want people to understand that they can feel better every day, and that you can apply spirituality every day, and that even if you're just living, you are being spiritual every day, because we are spirits having a human experience and not the vice versa. We're not humans being spiritual, we are spirits being human. So that's my real thing. I want to talk about chakras, I want to talk about meditation, I want to talk about journaling, law of attraction, manifestation, getting into nature, well-being, self-care. Like, I want to talk about things that people can apply to their everyday life that is actually going to be beneficial. And I know there will be people here that say, yeah, but I take so much from celebrity psychic readings. Absolutely. I completely agree that you can see yourself in those readings and take from it. That's just not the avenue I want to go down anymore, and that's okay. It took me a long time to come to terms with that, but it's okay. You don't have to stick with something, and actually evolution and growth is when we change our minds about things and we say, okay, do you know what, I've completed that chapter of my life and it's time to move on. And it's absolutely okay, whether it be a relationship, a friendship, a house, a career, whatever it is, it's okay to change your mind. It is okay to change your mind. It really, really is. And my goodness, if you had told me like, if you had told me that 2022 would be the way it has been for me, I don't know what I would have said. It's been a very intense year for me, like emotionally and spiritually. Like on the outside, if I was to say that to someone, they'd probably be like, okay, like your life looks exactly the same. But internally, like spiritually, there's just a lot that I have been going through, yeah, like truly. And you know, I'm not alone. I know there will be some of you watching this that are like, yeah, because as a collective, this is a collective energy. We are shifting, we are transitioning, we are changing, and the world at the moment is very intense. That's the word I keep coming back to. I keep coming back to it. It is intense. And along my little journey of navigating this crazy, crazy year, because I'll be honest, 2022, 2021 and 2020 have been really intense years, but for some reason I just feel like 2022 just feels on a whole different vibe. I don't know if it's because we felt we were kind of done with this intensity now and it should be over and we should be, you know, smooth sailing a little bit now. I don't know, but it feels we're like on the edge of like some kind of breakthrough. It's always before the breakthrough is the breakdown, shall we say, and our world is breaking down. Like our systems, our governments, our structures, they are breaking down. And even though, to be honest, it's for the best and it's for the good, it's still scary and it's still intense, it's still draining, especially as light workers, which, to be honest, if you're watching this, you probably are a light worker. You will feel this on a level that is so, it's so deep. I can't. I actually can't. But yeah, I want to help us navigate this period and on. You know, I want to have, you know, online retreats where we can get together. There's so much I want to do, and I just feel like I'm not really there. I don't want to sit here and say, this is what I'm going to do, and I have all this planned. I don't. I just know that Spirit is calling me in a different direction and I'm going to follow that. But I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what videos are going to be on here. And I don't know... I know what I want to do. Like I said, I want to hold like online spiritual kind of retreats where we sit in meditation together, and we do that, and we can do that online via Zoom and that kind of thing. I want to start a podcast because I love YouTube. I really, really do. But there's certain things sometimes that you can't say on YouTube. Like I can't swear on YouTube, and I do swear. I know that's a really silly thing, but just little things like that. I can't show you my real personality. Truly, like this is me, don't get me wrong, but like there's certain things I want to be able to give you that I just feel like I could maybe do better in a podcast. There's certain things, and I'm saying all of this, but who knows, I might try the podcast, it might not work, that's okay. I might try the online spiritual retreats, they might not work, that is okay. But I just want to like try these things and go where Spirit's calling me, instead of putting myself in a box and being like, right, you said you were going to do celebrity psychic readings, so you have to continue to do that forever. No. And this is for anyone who's watching this who feels like, I made this decision, and even though I hate it, and I didn't hate celebrity psychic readings, by the way, but I'm just saying, as an example, if you're in a job, a relationship, a career or something, and you think, I decided to do this, I have to stick with it, even though I don't enjoy it, it's draining, it brings me down, it doesn't feel aligned with me, but I have to stick with it. You do not. You do not. You get to change your mind. Like, we get to change our mind. And if we don't change our mind, we just get stuck, because you're sticking yourself in a position where it's like, well, I decided to do this, I have to stick with it, I have to force it, I have to make it work. The reality is that change and growth and all those things we want are on the other side of making a new decision. So it's okay to change your mind. It's absolutely okay. Sorry, my memory card ran out of space, so if anything looks different, that's why. Another real lesson that I've kind of learned, especially this year, is to be honest with myself. to really question myself in all avenues. When I'm upset, to really question why I'm upset and is it worth being upset about, or am I just allowing my emotions to take over? And I feel like as an empath and as a sensitive soul, it is important to question your emotions. We are living in a day and age that tells you that whatever you feel is right, okay? And to an extent, absolutely, you are right to feel how you feel. But whether you act on those emotions, I do feel it needs to be questioned. And you also need to question what's triggered you to feel that way. And I'm talking about intense emotions, really. Like when you're sad or you're feeling angry or all of those things, like we really need to dig deep and ask the questions like, where does this come from? Why has the situation that's made me feel this way made me feel this way? Like, you really need to sit with, well, I'm not preaching. I have had to sit with and really ask myself and question myself about why I'm upset about certain things and why certain things make me angry. And through questioning and really asking myself those questions, like why has that triggered you? Like where does that come from? What's the root of that? I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot about myself. And so I'll probably talk about that and how we can really face our emotions rather than just letting them control us. Because as sensitive beings and as empaths, sometimes our emotions do take control. And I still am very controlled by my emotions, but nowhere near as what I was. Nowhere near. But it's very important to be honest with yourself, because we can lie to ourselves. We can lie to ourselves and tell ourselves, no, it's fine, I've always done this, I'm just going to keep doing it, like it's worked for me in the past, it will just keep working for me now, like I'm unhappy, but it's okay, I can just suppress that and push it under. And what happens is when you lie to yourself, you end up living a lie, and you end up living a life that is unaligned with who you are, that is not true to who you are, and that's when we start feeling lost and stuck and in doubt. The truth hurts, and I think being truthful with ourselves is actually sometimes the most painful, because it's easy to lie to ourselves, it's easy to just pretend everything's okay, that's easy. But when we actually have to look ourselves in the mirror and be like, wow, maybe you've made some questionable decisions, or maybe you effed something up, that's when we really have to take accountability and take responsibility for our lives, and that can be a lot and it can be painful. But I feel like we're all going through this like transitioning. I feel like we're all kind of maybe questioning ourselves and questioning life, and I feel like that's part of life anyway. And I know I'm going off on a tangent here. I have no notes for this video. I didn't know what it was. I just wanted to come on and really catch up. But can you see where my mind has been, where my life is, like, it's been deep. Like when I'm saying that, I genuinely mean it. But I also truly believe as a light worker that we are given missions and challenges and life situations that we have to navigate so that we can learn the tools, the techniques, the methods, and then help others. And there is so much I've learned. There's so much I can share, and there's so much I want to share. And so please let me know if there's any spiritual topics you want to talk about, whether it be the moon, whether it be the cards, whether it be meditation, whether it be self-love, well-being, two areas that I am very passionate about. Well-being is something that I'd say it's my first kind of like love over spirituality. Like self-care and well-being are very important to me. And all I ever want is for people to feel well, like to feel good, and to understand that you can feel good every day. Like even in the midst of those really dark periods, you can still find bits of light. So yeah, I came here really to say that I don't know. Like I don't have the answers. And another thing I've really learned is you can think you have the answers, you can sit with yourself and be like, what am I doing, what should I do, and you can come to all these conclusions, and then when you actually start to take action, the plan and the actual reality of the situation is different to anything you ever envisioned. So try not to get too caught up in the overthinking. I didn't realise how much of an overthinker I was, and I want to talk about overthinking because I feel like it's a real blockage to living life. I was, and probably still am to a certain extent, an extreme overthinker. And what happens when you overthink is you just get stuck in the mind, you just sit. My battery died. Well, heated. Anyway, I think I was saying that I came on to say that I don't know what I'm going to be offering. And I don't want to put myself into a box either. I think, you know, I want to talk about all different types of spiritual topics, all different types of wellbeing topics, all different types of law of attraction topics, all different types of things. And I don't know what that looks like. And that's fine. That's fine, like, because I'll figure it out along the way. And also, we don't have to put ourselves in a box. Like, if you want to do multiple different things, like, that is okay. It's okay to have different interests and avenues and things you want to talk about. Like, you don't have to put yourself into a box. So yeah, I'm not coming on here to say that this is what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be uploading on these days. It's not that. I wanted to check in and say hi, and that I hope you're all really well, and that I'm still going to be here because I know it's been a while, and to say that just, you know, if you want to stick with me, I appreciate you, and if you don't and you was just here for celebrity readings, I also appreciate you, and that's fine. Thank you for being with me for this time. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens next, where this channel goes, what other platforms I do, see how my private readings progress and all other stuff. And I don't know what the content on here is going to look like, but we will figure it out along the way, and I hope you'll stay with me. I hope you'll stick with me. It's still going to be psychic and spiritual content based. We're still going to talk about all of that good stuff. Like, it's not changing drastically, but I just don't know what it's going to look like, and that is okay. We will figure it out along the way. So thank you for sticking with me. If you've watched to the end, leave a star emoji down below, then I'll know that you've watched until this point. Let me know any spiritual well-being, self-care, everyday life topics you want me to cover, maybe talk about. You can find me over on Instagram at I am Kirsty Lewis if you aren't following me over there already. I have personal readings available on kirstylewis.com if you'd like to book a reading with me. And yeah, I will be back soon for another video. I have an inkling what it's going to be, but I'm not sure. So yeah, I'll see you soon for another video, lovelies. Thank you. Bye. Oh, before I go, I actually wanted to just leave you with a message from the Spirit Junkie deck. Because Spirit kind of made me feel like, before you go, just give them a message of upliftment. So Spirit, one card please, what would you like the lovelies to hear if they've come to the end of the video and if they're still with me? Oh, there we go. Kindness is a gift I bestow upon the world. Okay, and you know what, I do love a collective reading, so I think there'll probably be more of those. Not so much pick a cards, I'm not a massive lover of a pick a card reading, but collective readings I love. So yeah, kindness is a gift I bestow upon the world, and I think that speaks for itself, to be honest. You know, love is the way forward. So thank you for being with me today, lovelies. I will sign off again. Bye.